Hello everyone. Hi. So, I have very recently started creating videos, and today, this is my first YouTube live. Today, I want to talk about uh, one of my client stories. So, let me first introduce myself. I am Shruti, and I'm a practicing hypnotherapist, an RTT practitioner, RTT meaning Rapid Transformational Therapy. And I also practice a couple of healing modalities, including infinity healing and theta healing. I also work with crystals and angels, and I also am a tarot card reader. So today I wanted to come and online and share with all of you about this wonderful session that I had today. My laptop battery is a little bit low, so I'm just going to put the charger. Okay, all right. So, in this video, I wanted to talk about self image because I just had a client today who came to me about feeling not confident in the way her body is, feeling not confident, not beautiful enough, not gorgeous enough, feeling like there's something wrong with her shape or size or weight or her hair or the way she looks. And so we dug deeper into what was really going on and why she felt that why she felt the way she felt about herself and about her body, why she felt not confident enough, why she was critical of her own image, being the person that she was. And we did an RTT session for her. We realized through regression, we went back to a couple of scenes, and they were from a very young age of around 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old. And the thing that came up in the session was her uncle teasing her, making fun of her, and thinking that there would be no repercussions of it in terms of how she feels about herself. You know, when we make fun of children, when we laugh at them, they don't understand that we are laughing with them. They think we're laughing at them. And a lot of times that makes them question themselves in the sense that they start to doubt that is there something wrong with them? That's why people are making fun of them. And they start to feel different. They start to feel disconnected. They start to feel like there is something wrong with them. Uh, the first scene that my client went back to was when she was 7 years of age and her uncle was making fun of how thin she was. And, you know, there is nothing wrong with being thin, but they were comparing her to a stick and making fun of her because she was too thin, which she was, but there is nothing wrong with being thin. And somehow through that experience she started to feel like there was something wrong with her. She also started to feel like she is kind of different from the rest of the family, and that's why they're laughing at her, that's why they're making fun of her. And she started to feel disconnected from them. She started to doubt her own self, and that she started to feel that she was not good enough, that she was not accepted the way she was, being thin. The second scene that she went back to was her looking she was looking at her sister at the age of 8 or 9. She had a sister who was 4 years elder, and she was looking at her sister and kind of thinking that, oh wow, she is so beautiful. And her sister was she looked completely different from the way my client looked, and in the sense that her sister was a little bit healthier and like a chubby child, not chubby, but fit. So my client was on the thinner side, and her elder sister, had some, uh, she was kind of average body shape. And she had long hair, she had straight hair, she had a beautiful smile, she had brown eyes, and my client looked at her as that 8-year old, and she felt like she was nowhere good enough compared to her sister. And she also remembered her mom always telling her that the way she sits is not good enough, the way she walks is not good enough, her posture is wrong, her teeth are misaligned, her hair are too messy. Because she had curly hair, her mom constantly told her that it was such a tedious job to take care of her hair. And all of that made my client feel like there was something really wrong with her, because she was not beautiful enough, she was not loved by her mother, because her mother always appreciated the elder sister but never appreciated her. Her mother always judged her for the way she used to be outside playing in the sun, getting tan on her skin. And all of these things made her feel like she's not accepted, she's not acceptable the way she is, and that there's nothing that she can do that would even make her mother see her beauty. And at some level, she also felt like her mother did not love her, and that is the only reason that a mother wouldn't see a child's beauty, that a mother wouldn't see how beautiful her own child is, and how wonderful and how talented and how gorgeous that little kid is. And so she kind of also had those beliefs about being constantly critical of herself, feeling like there is something wrong with her, feeling like she's unlovable, she is rejected by her own mother. And when a mother rejects a child, there is no greater wound, because this is the person who brought you, who gave you this life. And that's not really true, in the sense our parents do not choose us to give lives. It is God who gives us lives. But as kids, we very we kind of very frequently seem to think that it is our parents who have given us this life, that they are the ones who are going to ensure that we survive by meeting all of our needs. And when your parent tells you that you're not good enough, you're not beautiful enough, you're a task to handle, it is very damaging for the child. The third scene that she went back to was when she was with her mother. She had gone for a haircut to a salon, and her mom did not tell her that she was going to get a kind of a boycott hair for her. And she just, this kind of mind, she just thought it would be a normal trimming for her hair. But the lady at the salon, she cut her hair right from the ear. And at that moment, my client felt like her beauty was taken away from her, that she was already not the best, in terms of her mother constantly telling her what was wrong with her. But this haircut made her feel so much like uglier, because she had already felt so ugly in her being, because her mother never saw her beauty, and that she kind of subscribed into her mother's beliefs. But also, when she lost her beautiful hair, which she really loved, and she had really dense and thick hair, but the moment she lost them, she felt like it was gone forever. Her beauty, her charm, and the the kind of shine that came to her through her hair, it was all gone forever, completely. And What that did to her was that she actually started believing that she was ugly, that she could never ever be pretty. And because of what she did, because of that belief, she kind of also programmed her mind in a way that her hair did not grow at, like, it started to grow very slowly, and it had a very stunted growth, and even when it would grow into split ends. She only realized that after she got married, when the moment she got married, she got out of her parents' house, she got out of her mother's influence. Her hair started to actually grow, and beautifully, in the most amazing manner, and it started to get denser and thicker. So it was kind of a lot of trauma for her to lose her hair, to lose those beautiful curls that she had, and that kind of also made her always feel like she was not fit enough to be anywhere on the standards of beauty that are for girls, because she did not have long hair anymore, and it took 4 years for her hair to grow back to a decent length, according to her. uh, and she never ever felt beautiful, she never ever felt lovable, she never ever felt like a girl. And all of this because she was she kind of had been criticized for being who she was by others around her, and she used to initially believe that she was enough, that she was beautiful. She used to love her hair, she used to love her skin and love her energy. But the moment these events happen in her life, they one by one they took away that feeling of that knowing of what beauty truly is, and she started to subscribe into the ideas of society in terms of what beauty really is. And that kind of started to damage her own self image, that kind of started to develop this thing inside of her, that voice inside of her that kept telling her that you can never be beautiful, you're never good enough, you're never there is something wrong with you, you're not lovable, you're not acceptable, you're too thin, your hair is too curly, and there's something wrong with your hair, that your teeth are ugly, uh, that your skin is ugly. And all of these beliefs, they just kept going on and on, because once you start this thing, it does not shut down on its own. You have got to do conscious work on it to stop that from influencing you, and you have to turn that voice around consciously, so that you can be free of that subconscious belief system that constantly tells you that is constantly critical of you, that constantly judges you, that constantly makes you judge yourself, that constantly makes you criticize yourself, find faults in yourself, doubt yourself. And so that was a very uh, powerful experience for her to recognize that, oh, this is what was creating this negative self image in me. And the moment she realized that, she started to set herself free of that, because once you understand that those are the stories that you signed up for based on what the adults around you told you, you recognize that they are not really real. You recognize that you are more powerful than those old stories. You recognize that you allowed that story in, and you can let go of that story. And that's what we did through the session, is that we guided her to let go of that story. And the way she took charge was so amazing to see, in terms of how she told herself, her own younger self, her own inner child, that beauty is much more than what shows up on the outside. The beauty is who she is. And that was the most amazing thing to listen to and to witness how she herself took charge of what she had accepted and let go of it and took her power back and gave up all of that all of that negative all of that spiral of negative belief systems and negative emotions and how they influenced her and how she set herself free. And that is the most wonderful thing about the healing sessions and the therapy sessions, is that I get to witness my clients taking back their power, my clients stepping into their own power and recognizing that they are so much more powerful than all of those belief systems. And it is the most incredible thing that they start to believe in themselves. They start to recognize that they are lovable, that and this client, she started to recognize that she is so beautiful, she is so amazing just as she is, and she does not need straight hair or perfect teeth or perfect skin or perfect body shape, perfect weight to be able to look, to be able to feel beautiful, to be able to see her own beauty. And isn't that so amazing that people recognize that they truly are beautiful, that they recognize that beauty is not defined by a specific set of physical attributes, that beauty is way more than how you look, than how you show up in the physicality of you, that beauty is all about who you are as a person. It is all to do with your kindness and your and how you show up in the world and how you allow your light to shine and how you radiate all of your gifts and talents and abilities, and you believe in yourself and you show up with that confidence. And that is the most amazing thing, that you get to believe in yourself, that you get to recognize that you are so much more than your physical experience, than how you look or how people see you, that you are so much more than the judgments and the criticisms and than what people believe about you, that you truly have the power to shift your life, to shift how you feel about you. And the moment you shift how you feel about you, it shifts how your life shows up. It shifts how you experience your life. And that is truly the greatest gift that we have, that we get to be our own hero, to rescue ourselves, to tell ourselves that we are more, that we are so incredibly powerful, that we are so incredibly divine. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video. And I will keep sharing more of my clients' stories and experiences. And the reason I'm doing that is to kind of bring it forward that you are so much more than anything that you have ever believed in, that you are so much more than anything anyone has ever told you. And you have the power to take that back. You have the power to change your stories, to change what goes on in your life. And isn't that the most amazing thing? Thank you so much for joining. If you wish to work on something that you are dealing with, feel free to reach out to me. My website is shrutiranjan.com, shrutiranjan.com. And I will leave the link in the description below. and you can drop me a message. You can also join my Facebook group, which is Manifestation Mastery for Women, as at the moment I exclusively work with women because I understand their issues a lot better than I understand issues that men have gone through or deal with. Uh, with if you do want to work on something that you are feeling stuck with, do reach out and do let me know, and we will figure out a way to work to set you free of all of your limitations, to show you how incredibly unlimited and how and you are, and to get you in touch with your unlimited, your limitless potential. All right, thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye bye.